why don't we get started, and we'll start off with our posture check. So remember, as usual, pick the most comfortable seated position for yourself. So if it's legs out straight, okay, making sure that the knees are not coming up off the floor, making sure you can sit up nice and tall. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're not sitting back, you're not curving your spine or anything like that. So we're sitting nice and tall. Shoulders back and down, arms down by your side, but relaxed, okay? So we're not putting any tension through the shoulders, through the arms. If this is uncomfortable for you, okay, remember you can cross your legs and come into a seated upright position, all right? If that is, again, not something suitable, what you can do is you can sit on some books or some cushions to lift yourself up so that we can lengthen the back of those thighs, okay? So, sitting nice and tall, I want you to think about your posture. So imagine you've got a rod running through from the carpet, from the floor, all the way up through your spine, coming out the top of your head. Roll the shoulders back and down, so we're releasing and relaxing any tension out of here. Okay, we want to make sure that we're not pushing our chest out so that the ribs are still down. And we want to be looking straight ahead, but we've got our chin slightly tucked. Okay? So from here, we're going to do our lateral breathing. So placing your hands on your ribs, fingertips together. We're going to take in a breath, inhale. And as you inhale, I want you to feel the ribs move out to the side. The fingertips will come apart, but the shoulders remain relaxed and down. Exhale, fingertips go back together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Excellent. So that's how we breathe throughout our session in Pilates, okay? So making sure you've got that nice strong connection with those lungs. So we're inhaling, filling up the lungs, exhaling, but we're not pushing our chest out or anything. Core engagement is next. So if you need to, you can place your hand over your tummy button for feedback. Take in a breath as before, inhale. Fill the lungs. As you exhale, I want you to draw everything up and everything in. So imagine that you've got a belt going around your waist, and also you've got one pulling up the pelvic floor area, so we're pulling everything into the middle, okay? Keep the shoulders relaxed. Inhale, hold it at 100%, so as tight as you can go. Make a note, mental note, how does that feel? Okay, don't hold your breath though. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale, pull it into 50% now, so we're pulling it through, tightening it around. Okay, again, make a little bit of a mental note. How does that feel? It should be easier than the 100%. And again, we're not holding our breath. And then let it go. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale. And this time we're going to pull it into 30%. So we've got a connection. Okay, but we're not holding our breath. We can still breathe nice, comfortably, but we can keep that 30% connection throughout. Okay? So good, now that we've got our posture, we've got our core engaged, okay, everything's there, and it's how we always start our sessions, okay? It might seem a little bit monotonous, but it's just good practice to make sure that we get it into the right position. Okay, so we've done mermaid before, and we're going to do it again today. So I want you to bring your left leg, bend both your legs, left leg, knee's going to go out to the side, foot, rest of the leg's going to come out across in front of you. Right knee is going to be behind your left foot and tucked behind. So you've kind of got this wiggly line going on, okay? It's the best way to describe it. We want to make sure that we're still sitting nice and tall, okay? And we've got that core engaged, posture relaxed, shoulders down. We're going to take our left hand and we're going to gently place it on the floor. Right hand, we're going to inhale. Exhale, we're going to reach up and over and just go as far as feels comfortable for you. Inhale back, exhale over. So nice and gentle. Now we're not pushing off the floor with this hand, okay? We're actually using our core muscles, our side muscles here to pull us back up. Let's go for 2 more on this side. And hopefully with every one, you'll notice that you just get that little bit further over. Okay, keeping the feet in this, the legs in this position, we're going to go over the other side. So inhale, exhale over. Obviously it's a shorter movement. Inhale back. Okay, exhale over, inhale back. And just keep that flowing with your breath. Excellent, and bringing it back. Okay, so we're going to change our leg position. So bring both knees up. Okay, bring your left leg now, so the foot is coming back behind you, and the right foot is coming over towards your left knee. Just reset, making sure that you're sitting nice and tall in this position. Okay. If it is really uncomfortable to do this, you can do this with your legs out straight in front of you, okay? So if your legs are out straight in front of you, like this position, you can still do the movement, okay, with the upper body working through the core. All right. So right hand down on the floor. Inhale, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. Nice and controlled. One more. Excellent, and bringing it back. Okay, we're now going to go keep the legs in this position, but we're going back over that way. So inhale, exhale, bringing that arm over. Inhale and exhale. So feeling a nice stretch down here, using these muscles to pull you back up. So we're not using the hand on the floor. It's very tempting to push back up through that arm, but that's not what we want. One more. Excellent, okay. So, just when you come to a seated position, bend the knees so the feet are flat on the floor, and I just kind of want you to just curl the spine. So hold on to your knees and just curl the spine up. Just curl it around, in on yourself. Just feel a nice little stretch. And then come to a seated position, nice and tall. One more time, curl it around. Those arms come round to the side. Just curl the spine. Inhale back. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to come down onto the floor now. So we're going to lie down. And we're going to lie down on our right side to start. And I want you just to place your right arm, if it's suitable to do so, out straight in front of you. If you have any shoulder issues or anything, you can place your arm directly in front, but I would have a cushion or a book here to support your head. So try not to let that head just drop. The arm is a natural support. I want you to bend your knees, have a look, and just have your heels in line with your bottom. Again, it's another one we've all done before, if you've done these sessions regularly. Knees on top, hips nice and stacked on top of each other. Okay, inhale, exhale, engage that core to 30% if we've let it go. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the bottom. So basically we're pushing through the heel of that top foot into the other heel. The knees coming up, we're not doing a big movement. We're making sure that we're not rocking back in the hips. We're squeezing the bottom and we're inhale back. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Nice and controlled. So working our bottoms here. Okay. So as I've said many a times before, the laziest muscle in the body is the bottom, because it switches off as soon as we sit on it. That's it. One more. Excellent. Okay, good. So you should be feeling that in this area. Okay. If not, it might just take a little bit of practice to get it ready. Make sure that when you are doing that move that you are really pushing those heels towards each other, okay, to get that engagement going. Take your right top leg out nice and straight for me now. Again, make sure that these hips are not falling forwards or back, nicely stacked. If you need some stability, place your hand here, okay? We're going to take a breath. We're going to drop the foot to the floor and back up. Now, we're not going to go all the way up. I'm just bringing it back to hip height. Tap it down and up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Keep that core engaged at 30%. Don't hold your breath. Okay, give me 3 more. Squeezing the bottom, making sure that we're working that area. Give it a little bit of a pat if needs be to wake it up. Bringing it back. Okay, just bring it forward, and then if you need to, give it a little R just to release that off. And then we're going to switch sides, okay? So, again, stretch that bottom arm out. Now remember, if this is your bad shoulder, you can bring your arm out here, use a cushion here to support your head. We want to make sure that spine stays in a nice straight line, which is why using the arm is quite ideal, but not always possible. Okay, heels together. Check that your heels are in line with your bottom. Knees are bent. Core is engaged. Hips are stacked, knees are stacked, heels are stacked. Place your hand for feedback either here, but if you're unstable or a little bit unsteady, just place your hand here for support on the floor. Don't push all your weight through it though, it's just there, so you should still be able to move it quite easily. Don't put any tension through here. Inhale, exhale, squeeze those heels together, feel the bottom switch on. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Now you might get a bigger effect on this side. I certainly feel it more on this side than I do on the other. Okay, everybody's different. Squeezing as we lift, relaxing as we lower. Squeeze and lift. Making sure those hips are not rolling back. Shoulders are relaxed. And breathe. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Core remains at 30%. We don't need to hold our breath. Nice and controlled. Let's go for 2 more. Excellent. Okay, lengthen that top leg now. Okay, so legs out nice and straight. Remember, we're going down and back up to this height. We're not going up and over. Okay, core's engaged. Drop it down. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. You squeeze your bottom. Nice and controlled. If you need to, if you're wobbling, place your hand. Okay, give me 1 more. Excellent. Bring that leg forward. And then again, just give it a little rub just to loosen anything off that may be going on. Okay. Now this time, we are going to roll onto our fronts. Okay, so I'm going to start off with our glute kick. Okay, so you're going to place your hands in a diamond shape and you're going to place your head in this hole here, okay? And that's just for your support. All right, shoulders relaxed. You're going to bring your right foot up I want you to point the heel towards the floor, okay? Inhale, exhale, engage your core. Inhale, exhale, we're going to push the heel up to the ceiling, squeezing the bottom, okay? Inhale, lower. Keep your head down, exhale up, inhale, lower. Nice and controlled. Use your breath. Keep that core connection at 30%. Don't think that because you're lying down, okay, you can let it go. Okay, keep it going, nice and controlled. Really squeeze that bottom as you push that heel up. Okay, let's go for 2 more. So we're aiming for about 8 or 10 here. Don't worry if you're not there yet. Just do as many as feels comfortable, okay? And you can build it up over time. Relax that one down. Stay in this position. Inhale, exhale. Switch that core back on if you've let it go. Keep your head down. This takes any tension out of the neck. Inhale, exhale. We're going to push that heel up, squeezing the bottom. Inhale, lower. Exhale to lift and squeeze. So pushing the heel again up to the ceiling, but we're squeezing that bottom to let it do so. Okay, 2 more if you can. And relax. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of a back extension here now. So just relax for the second. Okay, couple of options. First one is to leave your hands down on the floor. Inhale, exhale, engage your core. Exhale and just slowly come up just a little bit. So you're lifting that spine, okay? So you're not just lifting your head up and down. You're actually lifting the chest up off the floor. So as if you're rolling that spine up, okay? So inhale, exhale, and you're going to lift through the chest, okay? So you're getting a slight, you should be feeling this around this area, lower mid-back area, okay? It should feel like the muscles are firing, but there shouldn't be any pain with it. It should be 0 pain. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. So that's a complete basic level. Level 2 is to have your hands at the side and go up just a little bit higher. Okay? So you go down and lift. Okay? Inhale. Exhale. Level 3, if you feel comfortable doing it, is again place your hands on your forehead, but this time exhale and lower. Okay, that is a much harder move, so I want you to do whichever one you feel is more beneficial to you. Okay, so if you've been doing these exercises regularly, you might find that you can go straight into level 3. If you're not sure, start at level 1 and then build your way up. If it feels too easy, you can move on to the next level. I'm going to go just into level 2 today. So I'm coming up. So I want you to also tighten around the lower back. But we're using the glutes, the bottom muscles, just to help us support. So let's go for 3 more. One more for lock. And lower down. Excellent. Okay. How's everybody doing? Okay. So now we're just going to roll onto our backs. Come into that position. If you need to, stretch out one leg at a time. Okay. Just stretch out those bottom muscles. Bring that knee across the body, up. Pull it as if you're pulling it up towards the opposite shoulder, but you're keeping your back fully on the floor, so you're getting a nice stretch in your butt cheek. Slowly switch, bringing it up and across and aiming it again towards the opposite shoulder, keeping that back flat so we're not pulling the back up off the floor at all. Okay, so we're keeping the spine nice and long, but we're just getting a nice stretch here. Okay, and then if you want to, just hook the knees in a little bit and just roll backwards and forwards, giving yourself a nice little massage with the lower back. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to finish our session today with some bridge work. Okay, so we're going to go into our pelvic tilts. So we start with our inhale, exhale. We're going to tilt the pelvis into the floor. So we're tilting it towards the face and we're pushing the small of our back in. Inhale back, go into neutral. We're not going to overextend or anything, just making it nice and flat. Making sure that the core's engaged, not just when we're pushing it down into the floor. So the core's remained all the time, but we're just tilting backwards and forwards to start. Excellent. Okay, so take a breath. Exhale slowly. If you can, come up. If it's not feeling right today, okay, roll your spine up. But if it's not feeling right, just stick with the pelvic tilts, okay? Now, it's not about overextending. It's about maximizing how far you can get up onto your spine, okay? But we're not pushing the hips up. Okay, so the last thing I want to say is this, okay? Because that's not going to do you any favors. Keeping that spine nice and strong. Inhale, lower it down. Back into neutral. Inhale, exhale, slowly bringing it up. Peeling it up off the floor, one block at a time. Inhale, lower, rolling it down. So we're not just dropping to the floor, we're rolling it out. Slowly coming up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Give me 2 more. Excellent. Okay. So again, just give yourself a little bit of a rock left to right if you need to. You can drop your knees to one side. And again, the knees don't have to touch the floor, okay? That's not the aim of the game. The aim is to get a stretch down this side. So if your knees are dropping to the left, you want to get a stretch down your side and around your lower back on your right. Inhale to center, exhale to the other side. So dropping your knees to the right, now we're getting a nice stretch down the left side. One more on each side. Inhale to center, exhale over. Inhale to center and exhale over. Excellent. Inhale, and again, just give yourself a nice little rock if you want. Okay. So we're going to stretch our hamstrings out because this is quite a neglected exercise and stretch that a lot of people just seem to think it's fine. If they don't actually feel tight, people think that they're not, but sometimes they can still be. So keeping your knees bent, I want you to take your left leg or whichever leg first. Place your hands behind. So we're not holding onto the kneecap, so just below. And lengthen that leg, okay? Lengthen that leg away from you so that your leg's nice and straight all the way from hip all the way down to the toe. So we're not here, we've got a nice straight leg. And then just use these hands, stay away from the knee cap at the back, and then just, so back of the thigh we're holding and we're pulling it towards us. Now we're going to straighten out that second leg. So it's nice and flat on the floor, and we're just going to hold and breathe. With every exhale, just try and just pull that leg towards you a little bit more, keeping that leg as straight as possible. Okay, bringing it down. So bending both legs, bring that other opposite leg up. Again, we're going to hold behind the thigh, okay, but not behind the knee. We're going to lengthen that leg. We're going to stretch this one out, okay? So I'm feeling this much more tighter on this side, okay, already, and I haven't even lengthened this leg yet. So straight away, I'm getting that right down there, okay? And then if it feels comfortable to do so and it's not too much, you could straighten that bottom leg to deepen the stretch. And again, with every inhale and every exhale, so we inhale, exhale, we try and bring it a little bit closer, okay? And just feel that stretch happening just a little bit more. Excellent. Slowly bringing it down. And then slowly come up. So roll to one side and then push yourself up. Excellent. So I hope you have enjoyed today's session. So thank you very much for joining in.